Hello? Wow, I can't believe I did the whole fucking... Wow, that's unbelievable. That's crazy. I did the entire intro to that stream and nobody could hear me. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Incredible. I'm so good at this job. Wow. Anyways, as I was saying, can you guys hold on? Okay. And then stream. There we go. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Guys, tonight we have a great night planned. I'm excited for tonight. Here's what we're going to be doing tonight. So, number one, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the new followers. It's like such a privilege to see everybody following. I know that probably a lot of you guys aren't watching currently, but thank you Papa Bears 96, thank you Soggy Taco, thank you Jamie EC, thank you Durango John, thank you A Will, thank you Catchphrase Yum Yum, thank you Financial Bro, thank you It's Not 4Z, thank you Helena Gold for the follow, thank you Basemonger for the follow, thank you Wolfman for the follow. We have been getting actually a lot of followers today and yesterday. I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody for giving me a chance and dropping a follow. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Okay, so here's the deal, y'all. So a couple things are going to be happening tonight. Yeah, that's what's up, man. W follows, bro. And thank you for the sub, dude. For some reason I did not get where are my I need my little where's my sub goal? We'll get the sub goal on screen again. I can put that back. I will also put, where should I put the sub goal? I guess I'll put the sub goal over here. I will also put the alert box back. Can we see the alert box? Okay. Anyways, so guys, we have some interesting things happening tonight. Number one, like I said, we are going to be playing some games. Number two, I don't know if you guys saw this. The president announced that he is going to be doing a primetime speech tonight. Regardless what our thoughts are on the president, it is interesting because he rarely does speeches. Like, that's a very weird thing for any president to do. And there are a lot of rumors about what is going to be happening tonight, what he's going to be talking about. However, I will say, you guys know that I'm into UFOs. Like, UFOs are my thing. I'm, like, in touch with the community. I am, like, really interested in what's going on in the UFO world. I will say that the head of the UFO or the UAP task force that's currently in charge of declassifying information and like putting information out to the public did mention on Twitter today to tune into the announcement. I don't know if she's a congresswoman, so it may be unrelated. However, I will say that we are going to tune in tonight to not watch the whole thing, but I do want to check in and see what's going on. Because there are rumors and rumblings that he is going to drop some sort of like UFO related information. I don't know if that's true. But if that is true, that is huge news. So I do want to pop in every now and then and just see if there's any UFO information going on or anything that I missed. Because I would love if that is true. Like I said, I don't know if it is. What's up, W? Welcome in, bro. Thank you so much for being here, bro. I appreciate it, as always. Thank you guys so much. We were looking at Game Informers the other day, you guys remember? Okay. Anyways, here's the deal. The first thing... Oh my god. Sorry, I'm reading comments that are touching my heart. You're good, W. No worries. Somebody said... Dude, where did you go? It's been almost a year? Oh my god, that's so sweet. Holy shit, people are so nice. Hi. What should I say? I'm working on more music right now. I stepped away for a little while to start streaming. I am streaming every night on Twitch. We're going to give ourselves a shout out, y'all. All right. Anyways, so I had this like really stupid idea today that I couldn't help but act on.
Did you know that?
I didn't know. I had this really stupid idea today that I couldn't help but act on. What started this conversation, or like what started this thought in my mind, is I went to Costco recently. And I am a Costco, I have been for a long time a Costco virgin up until like a couple weeks ago. I did not have a membership. I've heard everybody talking about Costco. I've heard people say like how awesome Costco is. And I know that Clutter, one of our viewers, works for Costco. And she said that it's an amazing place to work. And I've heard like nothing but very great things about Costco. I'm a big bulk shopper guy. Like I love to buy in bulk. I buy a lot of stuff in bulk. So I've always been a Sam's Club guy, just because that's what's next to my house. And Costco, to be fair, is like really far from my house. But I started going to Costco. Long story short, I love Costco. Costco is the fucking best place ever. It's become like my new favorite place. It's become like my grocery store. You do prefer Sam's Club? That's a valid take. I definitely like Sam's Club has a better deal on the ground beef I buy. But I prefer, what I like about Costco over Sam's Club, for me personally, they just have more like fun stuff. Like they have more seasonal items, they have more like little things. Like they kind of remind me of like Trader Joe's in that way, where they constantly have like something new. They have like a new item, or like a new food item, or you know, and that's like that's what drives me to a grocery store, is like the seasonal items and like the things that change, like the variety. And that's why I like Costco over Sam's Club, but I do still shop at Sam's Club. Anyways, I almost shit myself at Costco. This is where I was going with that. I almost shit myself at Costco. I had just had a large iced coffee, no breakfast. So just Bev, no Breck. And I really needed to shit. So what ended up happening was, long story short, I did end up shitting. Why is my clip button not working? What? Why is my replay not working? What? Why is that not working? My like clip button. No, I didn't literally shit myself. I almost shit myself. Like I almost shit myself, but I didn't. Anyways, so the bottom line, sorry, I'm like rambling. The bottom line is I went to Costco. And I had to shit. I almost shit my pants. I didn't shit my pants. What's up, Carissa? Thank you for joining in, girl. I thought you said that as a figure of speech. No, I did not actually shit my pants. I got close, but I didn't shit them. And I went to the Costco bathroom. What's up, man? What's up, dude? How's it going, bro? And I will say that as much as I love Costco, I was not thrilled with the quality of the bathroom. Like, the bathroom was fine, but there was only 2 stalls in a store that, mind you, can fit like 100,000 people at a time. I was underwhelmed with the size of the bathroom. I was also underwhelmed just with the bathroom in general. Maybe I like talked it up. Yeah, it has been a while, bro. Maybe I was just like talking it up too much in my mind. Like I was like, the foreplay was too much for me. And I like brought it, it like made it in my head so much bigger than it was in the real world. I wasn't thrilled with the bathroom. And while I was pooping, I was thinking to myself, like, God, I would do anything to be in a Buc-ee's bathroom right now. Because Buc-ee's has undoubtedly the best bathrooms of any public restroom I've ever been in. And so it got me thinking, and that's like what today's like intro topic is. Before we start getting into gaming tonight, I wanted to do a public restroom tier list. And I need you guys' help with this because there are probably going to be some places that I need my memory jogged. So if any of you guys in chat have had an experience, positive or negative, please specifically be honest and specific. If you've had a positive or a negative experience at a public restroom, please let me know. Because we are going to be doing a public restroom tier list tonight. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, holy shit, what a loser. And you would be right. You would be undoubtedly right that this is probably the most unemployed thing I've ever done in my life. With that being said, let's get to it. I usually have good luck shitting at a Macy's bathroom. Yes, you are so right. One of the most underrated public restrooms are the ones that nobody knows exist. Holy shit, that's a crazy pull. You are so right. The Macy's and the Dillard's bathroom, bro. The Dillard's bathroom for me is S tier. Because nobody knows it's there. And so it's like this like sanctum sanctorum in the mall. And I'll tell you what right now, the worst public restroom is the food court public restroom. Am I really getting in trouble for my ad blocker right now? Is that what's happening? All right. Public restroom tier list. We're not gonna do a... Please let this be it. What the fuck is this? This is BS. All right, we may have to do it ourselves. Because I don't... Public... Maybe bathroom? Hold on. What if I just type bathroom? Bathroom? What the fuck is a bathroom car? Okay, no. We're going to have to make this one ourselves. This is the first time we've ever had to do this. But it's okay. We can still do it. All right. Template name, public restrooms. We can do a single-use template, I guess. I don't think it matters. All right. Do we want to change the names? So S tier would be better than home, I think. A tier would be a comfortable experience, I'd say. A B tier would be what? Gets the job done. Superb shitter, I'm telling you. Gets the job done. C tier would be... What would C tier be? C tier would be like... Not my proudest. No, better than the floor. Or better than in my pants. And then D tier would be My internet just dropped for a second. Can you guys see me? Yeah, okay. Our focus group, I think, has to be pooping. Like pooping, because pooping is the one, like, if you pee in a public restroom, like, you can get away with peeing almost in anyone. And my internet lagged. My internet dropped out for a second, Scorp. My internet dropped out, but we should be back now. Yeah, sorry guys. As I was saying, the point is, like, you can pee in any public restroom. I guess, like, as a man, I can pee in any public restroom. I'm sure Sydney would disagree. I think Sydney would disagree with that. But for me, like, I can piss in any public restroom. The cleanliness, the quality of the bathroom doesn't really matter. But when you are pooping, you're vulnerable. You're an animal in the forest. So pooping is, like, where we need to judge from, because that's when, like, you need it most. No, public park bathrooms are disgusting. 100% public park bathrooms are the worst. All right. And then better than in my pants, and then worst nightmare. No, not better than home, as good as home, I think, for S tier. Yeah, as good as home. Because let's be honest, like, we need to be realistic. There's probably no bathroom on the planet that's as good as your home bathroom. So I think as good as home is better. Worst nightmare gotta be the porta potty in 100-degree weather. Porta potties are 100% going into worst nightmare, I think. I wish you could, like, source a photo directly in here. All right. So this is our list here. This is the tier list. Let's, like, make sure you guys can see that. Hold on. All right, there we go. And real quick, we gotta just hop into that announcement and see if there's anything going on. Hold on. Is this all it's going to be, is election security, really?
The second set of documents we are releasing reveals that members of the deep state, very, very famous group of people, in many cases, in our intelligence agency work to actively suppress and downplay information about the extent of China's sinister election meddling, covering it up from both the president and the American people like nobody thought was possible. U.S. spy agencies.
Okay. We're gonna like pause on that because I only want to watch it. We're doing a public restroom tier list, but we're gonna be bouncing back and forth for a minute because there are rumors that Trump is gonna make a UFO disclosure announcement for tonight's in tonight's briefing. I feel like it's probably not gonna happen, but if he does, that would be really cool. And I'm really looking forward to that, if that happens. Okay, should we actually bother, like, putting the pictures in? I feel like probably, right? All right. Let's add... Should we do this or no? I feel like it might be a waste of time, actually. But it would make for a way better video. Let's do pictures? Okay. So, guys, throw in chat some... Let's make a folder. Throw in chat some public restroom, just like general topics, or just like some public restroom that you want to put in the, yeah, no, Buc-ee's. So Buc-ee's is the reason why we're doing this. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to name it. I can't do more than one thing at a time. Sorry. No, I'm telling you. Okay, there we go. We got the folder created. Let's go. Let's put this picture in there. Okay. Save. We gotta go Dillard's. Walmart is clean because it's niche. Are you vouching? Are you vouching for a Walmart bathroom right now? Is that what I'm hearing? We're going Dillard's. We're going Macy's. We got to go Macy's too. Did none of the pictures save where I literally... Okay, there we go. Macy's. What's another one? Food court. I feel like food court would be another one. Like, let's just go general. Doctor's office shitter? You know what? That's actually a fire idea. I won't lie. Friend's house? I'm not going to lie. That's another good one. Hold on. All right, doctor's office. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Let's get a picture of a doctor in here. There we go. Doctor's office, friend's house. Friend's house is a really good one, actually. Let's just go, like, a house for that. Like, let's just look up a picture of a house. There we go. That's, like, a very house-looking house. Yeah. What's another good one? Chinese restaurant. Let's just pull up like any picture of a Chinese restaurant bathroom. That's like a very... That is a very quintessential Chinese restaurant bathroom picture. 7-Eleven. We got to go 7-Eleven bathroom. Let's just do the logo for 7-Eleven, because some 7-Eleven bathrooms are different. 7-Eleven. Let's go, what was I thinking just now? Coffee shop, like your local coffee shop. I just typed coffee twice for some reason. Yeah, like a local coffee shop. Public park bathroom, that's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, like one of these. This is what I'm talking about right here, bro. Like one of these. This is what I'm saying right here. That's like the perfect public park bathroom picture. Water park bathroom. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, water park bathroom. Oh my God. Because you never know if you're standing on piss or if it's pool water. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. Hotel bathroom. Low-key, hotel bathrooms be banging a lot of the time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, but there's a difference, though, between hotel bathroom and you already know what I'm about to do. Motel bathroom. That's the difference. There's a very big difference between a hotel bathroom and a motel bathroom. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Literally about to say that, right? That's what I'm saying, bro. What's another good, like, public restroom? Or bad? Barnes and Noble, dude. Barnes and Noble gotta have one of the most S-tier restrooms ever, bro. School. I didn't put school. High school. Let's just look up a picture of a high school. That's gotta be one of the worst shitting experiences ever, bro. Going to the bathroom in a school has to be one of the worst experiences because you never get peace and quiet to yourself. Amusement park bathroom also gotta be F tier because it's always fucking hot. Oh, stadium concert. That's a good one too. Hold on. Yes, like a stadium bathroom. That's a really good one. An OG outhouse. I would not want to shit here, bro. That looks horrible. I've never pooped in an outhouse, though. I won't even lie. Okay, we've got some good ones, but we need a few more. What's another good one? Oh, your partner's parents' house. Old house? Bro, imagine shitting here. Would you shit here? I probably would. A bucket? Boom. A bucket. There we go. What about prison? Prison bathroom. What does that look like? Oh, that looks fucking horrible, bro. Oh my god, that looks horrible. Yeah, let's put that picture. That's a pretty good, like, prison bathroom explanation. What's another good one? I feel like we've got a couple more. Have you actually been to jail, bro? Oh my god, that's horrible. Okay. Okay. Once? Oh my god. Why did you go to jail? Is he talking about aliens
What has
yet?
been detected. It has been buried and corrupt Maduro. Among the disclosures tonight are FBI files detailing evidence of alleged fraud by a large-scale voter registration operation in Michigan. In 2020, Michigan State Police raided a Democrat Get Out the Vote organization, corrupt group in Muskegon. And we're so concerned by what they found. They were just so concerned, they couldn't believe it, actually, that they contacted the FBI in Detroit. The documents state that some canvassers admitted to FBI agents.
Okay, we're still not talking about aliens, so we're going to go back to this. Library bathroom? We didn't say library bathroom. But let's just put a picture of a library. And then that'll be enough to get the idea across. We said Barnes and Noble, so that's close. Oh, the beach bathrooms? That's kind of similar to a public restroom, like at a park. But it's different because you're right, they're so sandy. Yo, Pineapple, you're cooking with that. That's a great one. That's a very good one. That's a very good idea. Sand in your ass cheeks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, we're cooking. All right, let's get a couple more. Airplane. Airplane. How did we forget airplane? Airplane bathroom. Oh my god. Airplane bathroom. Holy shit. The bus bathroom? That's like close enough to airplane though. So we'll group those together. Okay, I think we have a good amount now. Okay, I think this is good. Okay. Let's add a bunch of files in here. Show all files. Can I just add like the whole group? Yeah, let's just add everything in here. Okay. Okay. I think this is fine. Okay. So, y'all, let's get started here. Square images, landscape images? What other image sizes can you do? No crop? Round images? No, that's too small. Portrait images? You can do landscape images. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's kick it off. Oh, wait, you guys can't see this very well, can you? Hold on. There we go. This is better. And then we need to put, I think we need to put me on the other side for this. There we go. Okay. All right. So to kick things off, we are going to start with the bucket. So this bucket, by the way, the bucket is going to signify like camping. Like this is the shit you do. Like literally imagine pooping in a bucket. Okay. You may not like believe my take on this. I do not think that pooping in a bucket is the worst nightmare. And I'll explain to you my thinking. I would say that the bucket is actually better than in my pants. Because here's the thing. With the bucket, is it comfortable? No. But you have privacy. Well, you could. The bucket is portable. So you can move it to a place where you have privacy. And the worst thing for me, the worst thing for me when it comes to a public restroom isn't even the comfort or the cleanliness. It's the privacy. Cleanliness and privacy over comfort any day. So I would actually argue that the bucket is not the lowest tier. The smell too. Yeah. All right. Next up, 7-Eleven. I would say that 7-Eleven is also better than in my pants. Actually, no. Let's go gets the job done. Because here's the thing about 7-Eleven. This is something that I feel like a lot of people miss out on. 7-Eleven is a franchise. So it's not fair to say that every 7-Eleven is bad. Because that's just not true. 7-Eleven has a lot of bathrooms out there, and it depends on the franchise location. I've been to a 7-Eleven bathroom that I thought was like really nice. It was super clean, it was quiet, the stalls were good. But I've also been to a 7-Eleven bathroom that literally looks like it was out of like Ed Gein's house. Blood, all kinds of unknown substances everywhere. So 7-Eleven, do we agree with that, y'all? Or no? Do we agree? What do you guys think of that? What do y'all think about that take? What would y'all say about that? What would y'all say about that? A lot of the 7-Elevens I've seen have nasty ass bathrooms. But do you think it's lower than... Maybe we need one more tier. Maybe we need one more tier. Let's add one more row. Awful. We need a comfortable P tier. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Like, maybe instead of gets the job done, a comfortable P. That's actually a valid take. That's actually a good take. That's actually so fair. This is a diabolical tier list. Yeah. Okay, as good as home, decent, a comfortable pee, better than in my pants, awful, worst nightmare. Is that fair? I'm going bucket above 7-Eleven, I think. I think bucket above 7-Eleven because the bucket is customizable. You can make it a great experience. Like there are worlds where going in a bucket, but there are worlds where going in a bucket is better than going at 7-Eleven though, is my point. And again, guys, think about this. Remember, we have to be thinking about pooping, not peeing. We have to remember that pooping is what we need to be thinking about. Going poop. So everybody just like take a second to imagine, right? Every time I put up a new toilet, think about what it's like to poop in it. This only works if we're all on the same page. Have we had enough time to like think about this? Do you guys need another minute or can we move on? Can we move on? Are we good? Do you guys feel me here? Hold on, I'm taking a picture of this so I can say that we're live. Hold on, I'm just posting my Instagram story that we're live, okay? Okay. There we go. So next up we've got prison bathroom. I would honestly say no, you're good. I would honestly say that prison bathroom is like absolute worst case scenario. Because not only are you in jail, you got busted by the fuzz, but you also have to pee or poop with everybody watching you. Like, because if I'm not mistaken, right, like when you go potty in prison, when you go to the bathroom in prison, what am I saying? When you go to the bathroom in prison, it's like you don't have privacy, right? Like they see you at all times. Right?
Bathroom etiquette in county jail and prison and transport is all different. So in the jails, a lot of times you're locked in. And if you're locked in for days at a time and you have a roommate, you're going to have to figure that out. So you would turn the other way to give someone as much privacy as you could. But usually if you're let out, and a lot of times you are for periods of time, then you have a little code that says, hey, roomie, I need to use the bathroom. Don't come in here for a few minutes. You might put up a little sign that you guys made that lets her know to keep walking and not come into the cell because you're using the bathroom. In prisons, at the prison in California, we had the bathroom was in the cell. And the same thing, we had a routine, we had a code that let people know I'm using the bathroom, don't come in here right now. In Waseca, there was community bathrooms. And so we would make our own spray, which makes things smell a little bit better, and use the courtesy flush, which means flush, flush, flush as you go to the bathroom to keep things moving through so it doesn't smell as bad. I was on a routine. So when I was at Waseca, I got up early just to use the bathroom at a certain time to have privacy, because privacy is a big deal to me. That I did not like the whole bathroom thing about prison, but you figure it out. Like even when you're transported and there's like a bathroom in the back of the bus or whatever, people will like turn the other way.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. That's like literal for me personally. A prison bathroom is the worst case scenario because my biggest thing is privacy. And that's basically like the antithesis of privacy. So for me, there's probably no experience worse than going in prison. I will say, actually, I changed my mind. The one place worse to go to the bathroom than a prison cell is a water park. In a water park, it is so fucking disgusting because it is always soaking wet and so humid. And the worst part about going to the bathroom in a water park is you probably are going to be barefoot and you never know if you're stepping in water or piss. It is fucking disgusting. Disgusting. I would rather get arrested and go to prison and go to the bathroom in front of my roommate in prison. Yeah, and you're wet. And the other thing about going to the bathroom at a water park, bro, is finding a way to get those godforsaken fucking swim trunks off your ass and getting them back up. Oh my god. I feel like I'm putting on yoga pants when I'm trying to get them back over my cheeks, bro. So yeah, water park is a worst case scenario for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't think there's anything worse. There probably is. And now we get to one of the best places to use the bathroom ever, and that is Buc-ee's. When I say Buc-ee's, going to the bathroom at Buc-ee's is as good as home, I mean it. I mean it. I really do think that Buc-ee's has the best public restroom of all time. There's no competition. At Buc-ee's, do you guys know what a Buc-ee's bathroom looks like? Pissing in the ocean? No, that's disgusting. Holy shit, what smells like poop? What is that? Whoa. I know I didn't just fart. What is that? Oh my god, that smells horrible. Jesus, sorry. If you guys don't know what a Buc-ee's bathroom looks like, let me pull it up for you. This is what a Buc-ee's bathroom looks like. First of all, hold on. Let me, hold on. Hold on. This is what a Buc-ee's bathroom looks like. Now, keep in mind, this is the men's bathroom. This is what the urinals look like. No, this is what the urinals look like. And if you think that's just the appetizer, but this sets the stage for how good a Buc-ee's bathroom is. This is the urinals, and you already have hand sanitizer on every single wall. Keep in mind, always filled to the brim with hand sanitizer. You have floor to ceiling visual protection. Nobody is getting a sneak peek. But then we get to the best part. The poop stalls. And what is so great about these? I mean, if you look at them, you probably can tell what's so great about them. Again, floor-to-ceiling doors, privacy. Privacy is worth its weight in gold in a public restroom. And when I tell you Buc-ee's has the best public restrooms, this is like the absolute gold standard for public restroom. And just to top it off, look at the hand washing station. The shitter stalls don't have that little peephole. That's what I'm saying, bro. They have actual privacy. And look, some of the Buc-ee's, they have like lights on the doors to tell you which one is occupied and which one isn't. There is no bathroom in this world that's better in public if you need to go to the bathroom than Buc-ee's. And the best part about Buc-ee's, it's always clean. There is somebody in Buc-ee's cleaning the bathroom 24 hours a day. There is always somebody in there cleaning. There is never, ever a Buc-ee's bathroom that is dirty. Best in the game, best to ever do it. Buc-ee's will forever be the best public restroom. Let's move on. Let's move on. A ski resort and you gotta take your pants down and your shirt then fix again. Yeah, a ski resort would suck. Okay, are we talking about aliens yet? Are we talking about aliens yet? I don't know if he's going to, but I heard rumblings that he has.
That they signed voter registration forms in other people's names, submitted fraudulent registration for
Nope.
people who
Wait,
did not
wait,
exist.
maybe? Oh, it's over? Oh, it's over. Wait.
Vacation. These reforms are urgently needed to stop the vulnerabilities that I've mentioned. To all Americans, I ask you to pick up your phone tomorrow, call your representatives in the House and Senate, and demand that they pass the Save America Act without delay.
Yeah, I heard that this was going to be mainly about the Save America Act.
Together, we will restore faith and confidence in our country, and we will be bigger, better, and stronger than ever.
How old is he? Trump? I'm pretty sure he's like in his 20s, right? How old is Trump? What is he, like 24? I think he's like 24 or 25. Something like that. 19? I don't think he's 19. I think he's like 24. I'm going to go 24. Anyway, back to this. Well, that's a shame. There was no alien talk at all. That sucks. I don't think he's 80 actually.
Before. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our great military. And God bless America. Thank you very much.
Okay. 1946. Yeah, I think you're talking about his dad. I think his dad was born 1946. Yeah, 19 years ago. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, nobody clapped because I think it was like you're not supposed to. I think it was like a quiet room. Google says Trump is 79. I'll ask AI. She'll know. Hold on. Let's see how old he is. Hold on. She'll know how old Trump is. Hold on. She'll know. Hold on. Okay, anyway, back to this. Okay, here we go. So, what did I say this was? Oh yeah, mall food court. I'm not gonna lie, a mall food court is a comfortable pee, but I'm not gonna poop in a mall food court if I can help it. If I can help it, I'm gonna try to avoid pooping. Because I feel like the mall food court that I know is usually pretty clean, but there's usually a lot of kids present, and I don't really like going to the bathroom if there's constant, like, noise. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes me feel odd. So, yeah, mall food court bathroom, I'm going in a comfortable P tier. A mall food court is a terrible P, but think about it like, ooh, I forgot airport restroom. Shit. We have airplane. We need airport. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, you're right. We did forget airport. It is better than your pants, for sure. Hold on. Let's put that in there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I forgot about the airport. That's important. We need that. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. A doctor's office restroom? I'm going decent for a doctor's office restroom because a doctor's office, it's gonna be clean. The only thing for me when I go to the bathroom in a doctor's office is I always wonder if I'm gonna get sick in there. Because you never know, like, what ailment. You never know what ailment somebody had last time that was using the bathroom before you. And to me, that bothers me. Because they could have, like, some diarrhea or, like, stomach bug or something like that that used the bathroom right before you got in there. Because they're at the doctor's office for a reason, you know? So I'm going decent for doctor's office bathroom. I would totally use it again. Stadium bathroom is awful, let's be real. I've never been to a stadium bathroom that I think is good at all. Every stadium bathroom I've been to, it's humid, it's fucking loud, it's ridiculous. I think stadium, and they smell. You can smell like the hot dogs from the concession stand, because usually the bathroom is like right next to the concession stand, and you can never tell if you're smelling like somebody's like brown in the next like stall over, or if it's the hot dogs. So I'm going awful for a stadium bathroom. I think stadium bathrooms are horrible to go to the bathroom in. For Macy's is decent. Because the thing about a Macy's bathroom, especially if it's in a shopping mall, is most of the time people don't know it's there. Because usually they'll go use one of the bathrooms that you get navigated to, like that are on the sign. So if you go to a Macy's bathroom, usually there's nobody there. And so those bathrooms, just because there's less foot traffic in the area, you're going to have a quieter go, and you're going to have and you're just going to have like a more decent experience. So Macy's bathroom, is it going to be the nicest? No. It's probably going to have not been remodeled since the Macy's opened. So it's going to be a little old. It's going to be a little dated. You're probably not going to have paper towels. You're probably going to have a hand dryer, which also kind of sucks. But I'm going decent. Library bathroom, I'm going comfortable. No, I'm going decent for a library bathroom because it's so quiet in a library. You can't guarantee that nobody's going to walk in on you on the Macy's. Yeah, but there's still you still have a stall to yourself though. You know what I mean? I think, again, as private as we can get, and most of the time, Macy's bathrooms, at least in my opinion, they've come in pretty clutch. You'll walk in on me? Oh, you can guarantee. Oh, yes, you're right. You can guarantee that nobody else is going to walk in on you. That's true. Also, so let's go to, hotel bathroom. A hotel bathroom as good as home. If you're in a nice hotel, the bathroom is probably going to be A tier, and it's your hotel. It's your room. It's your hotel room. So the bathroom is going to be nice. If you have some family drama, mom and dad are yelling at each other, you know, there's nothing, it's not the bathroom's fault. That's your fucked ass family's fault. So it's not, you can't blame the hotel bathroom for your family arguing. A hotel bathroom is usually very nice. See, Scorp, I agree, bro. I'm going decent tier. Oh no, I'm going as good as home on the hotel bathroom. Now, a motel bathroom is awful. I've never been to a good motel bathroom. What did you send me, Divine? Oh, thank you for sending me the 10-hour YouTube loading screen, bro. I really appreciate that. That's an awesome thing to send me. Great, thank you. What is this? Oh, cool. Great, thanks. Bye. Awesome, thanks. Motel, fuck a motel. The cockroaches overrun it. Last time I stayed at a motel, the floor throughout the entire motel was wet. Like the floor, like the carpet was wet. And you would step on it, and it wasn't wet enough to like squish, but it was wet enough to like make your socks soggy. It was fucking horrible. It was in New York. Fuck it. It was terrible. It was not good. I'm going awful for a motel bathroom. It's not as bad as a water park, and it's not as bad as prison, but it's not as good as a bucket either. So this like house icon here, I used this to represent like your girlfriend's or your boyfriend's parents' house. They may have like a double wide or something too, but like this is what that represents here. I won't lie, it's better in my pants, but if I can avoid going to the bathroom with my girlfriend's family present, I will under all circumstances. The first time I went and I visited my girlfriend and her family in Iowa, I literally didn't poop until the day I was flying home. And I was there for 4 days. And that's not an exaggeration. Like, that's not me being funny. I genuinely did not shit at all. My stomach, when I travel, gets so upside down. And not only that, the fact that I was, like, nervous, like, to meet her family for the first time, I have to be, like, in a state of genuine peace to poop. I don't know if you guys agree with that. Stage fright. I 100% did, bro. Like, I could not poop at all. It was awful. And then the day of my flight home, we woke up early in the morning to go get coffee. God, my mouth is so dry. Oh my God. Ugh. What do I do about a dry mouth? Water? Is water the only thing that would help? Water for a dry mouth? Ice cream? Hey, you're good, bro. It's all good, dog. All right, anyway. As I was saying, yeah, so basically the first day I went and I visited my girlfriend, or the first time I went to visit her family, I didn't poop for 4 days. My stomach already gets like really upside down when I travel, but it made it worse because I was like nervous. So if your mouth is dry, just wet it. Wow, you guys have like the best advice ever. Like, you guys are all so smart. And I appreciate your endless wisdom every day. Thank you. Like, you guys are genuinely helping so much with these questions. Yeah. I appreciate it very much, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, so the day we flew home, I was already like hella backed up, and I got a large coffee the day that I was supposed to fly home. And as I was in the airport, I was like, oh my God, I am going to explode. And I luckily had a great experience with an airport restroom, and I took care of it. And I had a great flight home. I fell asleep. Anyways, Barnes and Noble, as good as home. Something about a Barnes and Noble restroom, every time I go, they have such a fire-ass restroom. It's quiet. You can still smell the coffee. So, like, it smells good in there. It's quiet. Just an absolutely goated place to go to the bathroom. Airplane bathroom. The plane restroom, I hate going to the bathroom on a plane. But is it as bad as a stadium or a 7-Eleven? I would say no. An airplane bathroom is better than in my pants, but it's not something that I like would love. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get like some fruit by the foot or something. Hold on. Bro, I got some fruit by the foot for the first time. It has been since I was like a little ass kid since I had a fruit by the foot, bro. Do y'all remember fruit by the foot? Dude, look. Look at this. Ready? Bro. Dude, this shit used to taste so good. Oh my god. Bro. It still hits too. Oh my god. Stick your tongue out and let it slap you in the face. Who said that? Pineapple, why would you say that, bro? That's so weird. Like, why would you say that? That is not appropriate. Hold on, I'm almost done with this. The only problem with fruit by the foot is that I can eat like 40 of them. My god, it's so good. Okay, back to what we were talking about. So, I won't lie to y'all. Going to the bathroom in high school was one of the worst fucking experiences ever. I'm going worst nightmare for going to the bathroom. Like a public restroom, a high school bathroom has to be top 5 worst places to take a shit. Everything about it is horrible. The worst part are the people. I was so scared to go to the bathroom in high school and take a shit because every time I would, somebody would be talking about some, God damn! Like, it would make me so, it would bother me so much, bro. Like, every time. And it's so unnecessary, too. Alright. What is this one? What even is that one? I forget what this one even is. We gotta zoom in on that. What is this one? This one. Oh, coffee shop. Local coffee shop. That's what this one is. Local coffee shop bathroom, I gotta go with decent. Most coffee shop bathrooms I've been in, like single stall, chill as hell, some nice decor on the walls. I like a coffee shop bathroom. I'm going decent. Next up, which one is that? Oh, amusement park? No. Amusement park bathrooms are a comfortable pee. At least at Disney, Universal, Busch Gardens, whenever I go, I'm able to pee like just fine. Like I don't worry too much about it. You know what I mean? Except I will say, speaking of going to the bathroom in an amusement park, I don't know if I told y'all this story, but one time I did do a poop magic trick with poop covered. Sorry, let me repeat that. I will say, speaking of going to the bathroom at an amusement park, I will say, One time I did do a magic trick with poop-covered toilet paper at Downtown Disney. Did I ever tell you guys that story? Did I ever tell you about when I did that? So I'll keep the story brief, but basically what happened was I shit my pants at Downtown Disney one time. I was with my brother. He had just come back from basic training in the military. And we were all at Downtown Disney going to eat and stuff before he like went back and he got deployed. Never in my life would I have thought those string of words would be formed in the same sentence. Well, you learn something new every day, don't you? But yeah, so my brother, he was in town. He had just gotten back from basic training. We all went to Downtown Disney in Orlando together. Now it's called Disney Springs, but it used to be called Downtown Disney. And I'll just keep it brief. I shit my pants. Like, I shit myself. I had an upset stomach. I was like 10 years old. I shit my pants. And so I went into the Downtown Disney bathroom and I took my boxers off. After I like finished, I like wiped, I like took care of it, but I took my boxers off because my brother did basic training and I'm doing this. Yes. Anyways, so I took care of it and then I took my boxers off and obviously I wasn't going to put my boxers back on. So I threw them in the trash. But I didn't really want to walk around the park like with a little, because there was a little bit of poop still in my pants that I pooped with like terminal velocity, and so like a little bit of poop got onto the back of my pants, and I didn't really want that like touching my butt. You know what I mean? Even after you like clean it out, like I still just didn't really like that idea. So what I did is I basically made like a makeshift diaper out of toilet paper. So I like wrapped myself. Don't ask me why I did this. I don't know. I wrapped my butt in like I basically made underwear out of toilet paper. And so then I like pulled my pants up and I had like this little diaper of just like toilet paper. And I was walking around the park. And about like halfway through the day, I just started to get like really uncomfortable. Like the toilet paper was kind of like riding up against me and like it just wasn't feeling good. So again, don't ask me why I did this. But in the middle of the park, I walk over to like the nearest trash can and I just reached into my pants. Again, this is a true story. I really did do this, believe it or not. I know a lot of you won't believe this, but I did do this. I reached into my pants and I just started pulling like this out of my pants, just unwinding the toilet paper. And people started to like crowd around me because they saw what I was doing and I think they were like disgusted. I felt like a street performer. Like I literally felt like David Blaine doing this, just pulling it out of my boxers. That was you is crazy. So anyway, and my sister just starts laughing uncontrollably. And my mom is like so embarrassed. She's so confused. My brother is like, doesn't care. And I just threw it in the garbage and I kept walking like nothing was going on. Yeah, it was like a clown with a rainbow cloth rope. You know that episode of Ellen where she tries to entertain somebody and she like pulls the shit out of her mouth? Yes. It was so, I was like the David Blaine of poop. So yeah, that was that. So I would say amusement park bathrooms are a comfortable pee. I would rather not go because amusement park bathrooms are so high traffic that it's kind of hard. So I'm going comfortable pee. David Blaine of poop. Beach bathrooms are awful because they're so sandy. Every time you go, you get sand in your feet, and it's wet. It's like a water park bathroom, but also sandy. I'm going awful because for some reason, a beach public bathroom is better than a water park bathroom, and I can't explain why. I'm comfortable peeing in an outhouse. I'm going comfortable pee for the outhouse. Public park, worst nightmare. Horrible. This is not a lie. A lot of you guys won't believe me. This is not a lie. I went to the bathroom at a public park in Iowa. I walk in, and it's just a fucking pit. And I'm not lying. I am 100% honest about this. I walked in. There were 2 wooden planks, just like about butt size. So you sat on the planks and your butt is like, between them. And there was a hole. And I wish I was making this up, but I am absolutely telling the truth. I promise you this is genuinely how it was. I am not lying. Dillard's, as good as home. Yeah, a hole in the ground. I'm not lying about that. Isn't that insane? So Dillard's is as good as home. Because again, Dillard's is the same thing. Dillard's is the same thing as Macy's, where it is... Have we really been talking about this for an hour? We gotta hurry the fuck up. Chinese restaurant bathroom, I'm going comfortable... No, better than in my pants. I've been to a lot of Chinese restaurants, and a lot of them have shitty bathrooms, bro. Last but not least, airport, a comfortable pee. I've peed a lot in an airport bathroom, and I never have a problem. Airport bathrooms are usually fine. And that's it. That's the definitive list. All done. That took me way too long. All right. What's on YouTube today? What do we got going on, y'all? What a shitty list, LOL. Dude, I saw, look, somebody made this, and I've never seen this until today. Somebody made a music video for my Minecraft parody, bro.
Oh, I'm on all the obsidian, 14 to be exact.
Bro.
You're wondering why all the diamonds missing my armor needed that. Now I'm lighting, steel and flint. Suddenly, all the colors start shifting. I got stuck in the nether. I'm moving smooth. Songs that never stop me. In my swift boots, killing all the piglins and the cats too. 'Cause I love chasing loot. I wanna find all the dungeons and go home to my dogs.
That's so cool.
It's crazy how all my chests keep doubling my loot. I can't keep up.
Bro, it's so sick.
Know that I'm still waiting. Next playthrough, think I'm gonna kill the dragon. Oh,
Bro, it's so fire.
in the nether, I'm moving smooth. Souls that never stop me. In my swift boots, killing all the piglins and the cats too. 'Cause I love chasing loot.
Bro, it's so sick, and they did like such a good job. Skybase? I didn't do Skybase. This is my... Wait, this is my Minecraft parody.
Zombies, creepers left and right. I've been here about 100 times. I cannot seem to find a light. I gotta make it through the night. One more arrow, aim it right. I'll get a record from the fight. I'm random chance on Spotify. If you wanna change my life.
Sorry, I had to self-promote in here somewhere.
I got stuck in the nether. I'm moving smooth. Soul said never stop me. In my swifted boots, killing all the piglins and the gas too. Cause I love chasing loot.
It's just so cool he made a video for it. Dude, that is so sick. Just the fact that he made a video for that is so cool. That is so awesome. Shout out to him. Shout out Burrito for that. Shout out Burrito, man. That is so cool. That's like so fun to see him do that.
Oh, I'm on all the obsidian.
That is so cool. Do y'all remember that time when Markiplier was like big into music? Y'all remember that? What else is on? I just wanted to see what's on the YouTube algorithm today. Is there anything? Oh wait, this is the wrong account to look though. This is my account that has like the good algorithm. My other algorithm isn't corrupted. Yeah, see, this is the good algorithm. Okay, yeah, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. Before we start playing games, I need y'all to check this out. There's a video that I saw. Wow, KDB literally just jump scared me. Not even gonna lie, I got chills. That was actually scary. Rec Rap? Yeah, definitely. I also want to watch... I want to watch this video. This is really interesting. This is something that keeps popping up on my For You page, and I really want to watch it. It's called The Strange Emails from Tut's Honeychurch. I have no idea what this video is about, but yeah, it's called The Strange Emails of Tut's Honeychurch. We have to check this out. What's up, Chuck
Tut's
Roast?
Honeychurch.
We're just going to watch some YouTube for a bit.
A name that slowly gained online notoriety over the past few years for the disturbing and bizarre email.
Hang on, let me turn off the lights. Let's get in the mood. Try Mecha Chameleon? Oh, we've been playing a ton of Mecha Chameleon.
Emails that individuals across the world would receive from her. 6 years ago, on the r/fake names subreddit, user Zubzub30 would make a post with just 2 words, Tut's Honeychurch. Years later, the post would gain attention with users describing their experiences receiving emails from this mysterious person. My school email just got hit with this. From Tut's Honeychurch, PDFs, JPEGs, and PNGs about an apology. And Hawaiian content. I'm not about to open these attachments, but here's a photo of them. Very strange.
What the
My
fuck?
girlfriend just received a resume with the same name at work, but the document was just a bunch of scattered notes about a murder spree that happened in the 70s. Some weird
I'm going to go ahead and put a theory in right now. What I think happened is somebody saw that name and genuinely just used it to troll. I think this is probably going to be a copy pasta or like some sort of like, I think that that's probably what the play is. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that that's probably like what they did. I don't know. Do y'all agree with that? I feel like that's probably right.
weird
It feels intentional to me.
It's going on. I just received a Tuts email along with nearly 300 of my work colleagues. It claims to be an apology with no context and includes several attachments that I dare not open. My whole university department just received them. So strange. Just under 3 weeks ago, one Reddit user compiled the pages and pages of
A new horror mod called called Verity? Is it on CurseForge? We should try that.
documents that Tuts emailed them all into a Google Doc. Here's what the emails consist of. It's a jumbled mess of photos and walls of text. Actors, criminals, and just random citizens make up the majority of these pages. The things described are at times very conspiratorial and don't make much sense. Now, before we dive deeper into these emails, who is Tuts Honeychurch? Bizarrely, when you search up the name, you'll find out that Tuts Honeychurch was a 2016 Democratic candidate who ran for Senate in Hawaii.
I already have chills looking at her picture. Something is scary here, bro. Something's already wrong. I don't like that already. I have chills.
She received 1,815 votes, but didn't win. Sorry, Tuts. Better luck next time. The picture of Tuts listed on the page is extremely low quality.
God, that's
Tuts
scary as fuck! God, every time we watch something scary on stream, I get like goosebumps on my legs.
Church has both a LinkedIn and Twitter account. The picture on LinkedIn is of some other woman, different from the previous one.
That looks AI generated. I'm pretty sure that's AI generated.
The rest of the account is just empty, leaving us with just that one photo. Her Twitter account is kinda the same, 0 tweets with only a new photo. Now, given that this picture has a grand total of 7 pixels, it makes it hard to tell if it is the
That could actually be her, maybe. But like a younger version of her?
same woman shown on the election page. The only 3 accounts that she follows is Ellen, KHON2 News, and Daniel Tosh.
Definitely a millennial. That's insane. Anybody following Ellen in the big 2026 deserves to have their phone taken away. Like a college student.
So no new leads there. Tuts Honeychurch also has an Instagram account. She has nearly 22,000 followers, which I think are all botted, but interestingly, she is following one account, Michael Miskey. I'm 99% certain this account is just a parody and a joke because they post goofy conspiracy videos and the bio, well, at first I had no idea how this account relates to Tuts
Hawaii for sale. Chinese gets first dibs on stolen land. Let me know if you like buy Waikiki. What? What?
Honeychurch. I mean, it's the only one out of 4 total accounts she follows that isn't a celebrity or news organization. Though it turns out that Mike Miskey was a man that was found guilty of racketeering and other felony charges, including the disappearance and presumed murder of Jonathan Fraser, the friend of Mike's deceased son,
Rest in peace, bro.
who passed away in a car accident that Fraser was also in but survived. It's believed that Mike blamed Fraser for the death of his son and, well, contributed to Fraser's disappearance. Mike, who was being held and was awaiting his sentencing just next month, was found dead just a few days ago. So
Holy shit, bro. If this is like some sort of fictional conspiracy, which I imagine it probably is, people have way too much time to make stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're like putting together all those like fake conspiracy documents and everything.
why bring this all up? Well, in one of the pages that Tuts Honeychurch emailed out, she briefly mentions Mike Miskey. Quote, "The Mike Miskey Jr. court case should be thrown out." Unfortunately, that's all that you could probably understand because Tuts goes back into her yapping ways, talking about stuff that, as far as I can tell, has no correlation to the Miskey court case. While looking through some of her emails, something completely freaked me out. I found my name listed in some of her ramblings. Yes, my actual name. I'm not
Donald Trump. Wait, hold on. Let's pause. I thought Donald Trump is someone that hides Justin Honeychurch Locke's identity / shame growing up. Who will own in owning his dad's truck rental small business titled Surf Rent What? Donald Trump prospers black people, should marry an African, hid the Mormon cult in Hawaii's identify shame, very well lifelong, his feelings improving. this is like actually nonsense. I'm so confused.
Not going to show it for obvious reasons, but I definitely shit myself when I found it. At the bottom of one of the files she sent through email, she includes hundreds of pages of email addresses. They're all government or news-related emails from what I can tell, but just in case some of them aren't public, I'll have to blur them all. Another thing Tuts includes in one of the emails sent out was a photo of her government ID, and sure enough, her name on it is actually Tuts Honeychurch. And it's the same woman from the 2016 political race
I'm fucking horrified by this picture. Please get this off the
she
screen.
ran for. So this has to be the mastermind behind all of these emails being sent out across the world to various universities and office workers. One
What
of the
in the... That's so scary, bro.
earliest recorded emails from Tuts was 10 years ago in 2014. Somebody posted the text from her email on the footballguys.com forums. The email's title was Kidnapped 8 Years, Honeychurch Rosa. At first, I thought Tuts was just a nickname, though from the ID she proudly posted in those emails, we now know that's not the case. Tuts rants about her family throughout most of this, though something disturbing continues to pop up. Yes, I just can't see a bunch of people saying family arrive from the housing to watch a prom, a program they would never forgive me. Almost done advertising to every college professor in Oklahoma. Kidnapped, I'm supposed to be back in the TSA with Adolf and Ava Jr., still kidnapped from the federal government, joined 2 days ago before the World Trade attack. Compared age notes, unnecessary drama, plan to understand what confidential is. Michael still stalking, trying to plan my days. Tuts in this email constantly mentions either being kidnapped or a kidnapping of some kind
Dude, this is so odd. Like, none of this is making sense at all. Like, it's just gibberish, like, genuinely. That is so scary, bro. It's called the Strange Emails from Tuts Honeychurch. And it's just like this woman who has just been sending like odd emails to a bunch of people.
having happened. Unfortunately, it's hard to tell if it's based in reality or just another random thing she's saying in the hundreds, if not thousands, of pages of incoherent thoughts and writings. I'm hoping she's okay, and she most likely is, since she's still been active online, sending her emails just this past month. Someone commented under this post, linking an even older post about Tuts and her emails, this time from 2010, though it's just the same exact one I just showed you. Tuts also has a blog page from 2016 that gives some answers, and even more questions as to why she's been doing this. Before bed, during milk and cookies with technology, a computer, I would introduce myself to different educational universities of complete staff directories around the world, introduce myself, where I live, my address, my work, my personal answer about everything. I have introduced myself, emailing educational universities of entire staff directories, amongst 1,000 plus professors at each university, 300 different and repeating universities per month from 2008 till today.
I never heard from her when I was in college, bro. Where was my email at? I went to New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts, one of the most prestigious schools in the nation. So prestigious that it closed down. That's how prestigious it was. It was so good that they had to close it down.
For 8 years, have been to Stanford, Oxford, Yale, Princeton, and other numerous distinguished universities more than 500 times, with personal connections directly to entire staff directories, interpretation, to be married, a language. So Tuts admits on this page that she has been
I would love it. We could totally do without the picture of her. Like, can we just stop? Like, can we just put it away?
emailing hundreds of staff members in various universities all around the world since 2008. And it's not just universities. Someone on Reddit reported getting a resume from her in Oslo, Norway for a sales job. She has lived in Hawaii for what seems like her entire life, so why? Her reasoning for all of this is still completely unknown. Some people online have claimed that the first letter of each line in her emails are actually hiding some hidden encoded message. Others believe it's just a spam bot sending out random conspiracies and stuff that makes no sense. Though we know that's likely not true considering Tuts is very much real. I've thought about
It could be somebody like, it could be a spam bot though. Like it could be they're using, like they found a picture of her or like some woman and they just downscaled it and then they like put it on a fake ID. Like it could be a different person.
it for a few days now, and I haven't been able to think of a single reason as to why she's been doing this. It could be totally random spam emails that aren't meant to have meaning, but I just don't believe that. Tuts has been emailing
Please, we can totally. I know what she looks like, bro. I've seen her. I've seen her a couple times.
thousands of people across the world for 16 years. I'm sure some of you watching have even been emailed by her. She's put together PDFs and PowerPoint-like files with images of people she may or may not know. There are pictures of Jason Momoa, Adam Sandler, and then images of Michael Miskey, who was arrested for murder, alongside other murder suspects in different cases, or just random individuals. Look, it could totally just be the ramblings of a conspiracy theorist, but I don't know. It feels like there's more to Tuts Honey.
She's the annoying orange but human. Hold on. Wait. Last year before... hang on. You guys need to read this. Last year before Thanksgiving, I learned movie actor Jason Momoa, a form of... Wait, we gotta go back to that. Hold on.
Conspiracy theorist. But I don't know. It feels like there's more to Tuts Honeychurch.
Last year, before Thanksgiving 2023, I learned movie actor Jason Momoa, a form of Grandma Kay's adultery son, exists. So she learned that he exists in 2023. So this is new information. He was weak. He has a certain path to follow where he is. Not adultery. He was heartbroken late 2023 and should strive to be my school classmate. What?
Church that we still don't know about. It's possible that she has some kind of mental illness, but I'm nowhere near qualified enough to start guessing what it may be. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all of this in the comments.
That could be. She could be mentally ill. My opera just crashed. That's not concerning at all. Very odd. Okay. Oh. Jesus,
Tuts
that picture
Honeychurch.
jump scared me again. God. Should we watch one more video? Hold on, this looks interesting. Let me know if y'all want to watch this. It says, Michaela Ball, the disappearance that has baffled investigators.
On April 12th, 2016, 16-year-old Michaela Bali vanished from the face of the earth. Her friends last saw her at Sacred Heart High School in Yorktown, Saskatchewan, where she said she would be going on a vacation to Regina. While this may seem to be a straightforward case on the surface, the circumstances surrounding her disappearance continue to baffle investigators to this day. On Twitter, the Michaela Bali family still posts regularly, hoping that their daughter will one day appear.
That's always
Despite
so
the many
sad.
tips and a full police.
That's always so sad, bro. Especially like when you see a family like years after somebody vanishes, like still not giving up hope. I mean, it's obviously like in a way like endearing, but it's also so sad like to think about the damage that's probably done to them. It's so sad. That's horrific. I can't imagine that as a parent. Oh my God.
Investigation, nobody knows what happened to Michaela Bali. Michaela was a pretty normal girl. She was a big fan of the Hunger Games and fantasy video games like League of Legends. Her hobbies also included playing the violin and photography. Michaela was raised by single parents. According to her mother, she was quiet, sweet, shy, and a voracious reader, although not very adventurous or outgoing. Despite being a quiet girl, she was popular in her community. Her friends described her as a good listener. Bali's friends say she didn't smoke, although she frequented the smoke pit doors, a rear entrance of the school where the smokers often hung out. She wasn't into drugs either, although there was an occasion where she showed her friends some pills and claimed that they were opioid oxycodone. Police investigations later discovered that the pills were actually Accutane, a medication Bali had been using to treat acne.
That's crazy. I would have fallen for it too, bro. I would have taken one and thought I was spinning. Tripping off the Accutane, bro.
Don't have any evidence to suggest that drugs were a factor in this, police said. At the time of her disappearance, Michaela was single. Earlier that year, she had dated an old boyfriend, and they remained friends after the breakup. Her friend Shelby claims that she also connected with a few people online, at least 4, but that the communications were usually short-lived. However, on the day of her disappearance, it's widely suspected that she was in contact with someone. The only issue is that she used anonymous apps to communicate with people online, meaning that the police could not trace any of the calls she made or the texts she sent on that fateful day. As a consequence, they have to rely on the people she contacted to provide the details. The time leading up to April 12th, the day of Michaela's disappearance, includes some interesting events to point out. A few months prior, in February, Michaela received a bouquet of roses at school. She never told anyone who sent them.
Well, that's odd. Immediately.
One of her friends, Hannah, claims that it was odd that the flowers came in a plain cardboard box. Apparently, the flower delivery had been from an online order. Unfortunately, despite identifying the sender, police never revealed that information to the public. Bali frequently talked about moving to a bigger city, and mentioned specific places like Saskatoon and Regina. The day prior, on April 11th, she talked about leaving town to go on a vacation. Her friends didn't take her seriously at the time. Later that day, according to her teacher, she seemed upset during class. After class, she texted her friend Oksana, asking if she could take her to the bank the next day, and that it was important. Bali later called customer service at TD Bank 3 times, checked her balance, and transferred $25. In the evening, she contacted an ex-boyfriend, Shelby, and another friend named Amy. Amy later told police that Bali mentioned a man named Christopher, who would be coming to Saskatchewan to meet her. We now know that they never met in Saskatchewan. However, police did end up eventually investigating Christopher. The investigations by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or the RCMP, regarding Michaela Bali's disappearance have been quite thorough. The RCMP recovered footage of Michaela's movements the day she disappeared, where they last saw her at the STC bus depot in Yorktown at 1:45 p.m. They have interviewed anyone close to Michaela, and even investigated her bank activity, phone records, and social media, but to no avail. One of the greatest setbacks in this investigation is the method Michaela used to communicate with people online. Much of the time, it was through social media like Snapchat or Instagram. For police to obtain records of social media interactions, they must go through tedious legal processes that take many months. However, Bali also used an app called Kik, which has some dark history. Police...
If you ever used Kik, like, that is a recipe for being groomed, unfortunately, as a kid, bro. I don't know a single person that used Kik that didn't have some sort of experience with a 40-year-old man. Kik was like a recipe for disaster.
Police claim that the app has been used by kidnappers to groom young women, due to the nature of the app, where people can talk to each other.
Not just young women, bro. When I was younger, I thought I had a sugar mama on Kick. It was a 40-year-old man asking me for pictures of my butt.
Without any filters or approval systems like friend requests. Before we go into any further details, it'd be a good idea to look at a timeline of events during that day. Fortunately, the Missing Children Society of Canada and CBC News have provided a thorough overview of Bolly's day before her disappearance. According to CBC News, Bolly's movements were described as erratic. She walked to various stores around town, appeared to be looking for someone, and tried to get money, all while claiming that it was for a vacation to Regina. So, let's go over what happened. Here's a bullet list of the timeline of Bolly's movements from that day. This information was taken directly from the Missing Children Society of Canada website. At 6:41 a.m., Bolly texted her friend Oksana again, asking if she could take Bolly to the bank. Apparently, she had been claiming that she had $5,000. Police said bank statements showed that Bolly had nowhere near that amount. Oksana responded that the bank wouldn't be open until 8 in the morning, and didn't take her. Michaela's grandmother said she dropped Michaela off at school at around 8:20 a.m. Police verified Wi-Fi records that showed Bolly's phone connected to the school network at around 8:08 a.m. By 8:26, she had left the school through a back entrance. Shortly thereafter, Michaela's movements were captured by a surveillance camera at the Super C convenience store, where she was seen walking along the railroad tracks. Around 8:51 a.m., Michaela arrived at the local TD Bank. Camera footage shows her talking on the phone as she waits for the doors to open. At 8:55 a.m., when a worker opens the shutters, she ends the call and approaches the teller to withdraw $55. It's important to note, with TELUS data from cell phone towers, police are able to see the sending and receiving party of calls and messages, but the phone company does not retain the actual message. What's weird is that the phone call Michaela made in front of the bank didn't register at all. In fact, none of the calls she made that day were registered. Police had to wait 10 months to access her social media accounts through the proper legal channels, but we're not sure if they ever got a hold of her messages on the Kick app. After the bank, Michaela
If they got a hold of her messages on the Kick app, they may be able to find out what happened to her.
Bargain, arriving at 9 a.m. Police spoke to the owner, Terry Hedden, who claimed she tried to pawn a silver ring. Apparently, the value of the ring was too low. Hedden said that she didn't seem bothered, and that she simply left the store and headed south. About 15 minutes later, surveillance footage captured Michaela at a combined Tim Hortons and Wendy's. It was at this location where some strange things happened. She bought a drink and sat in a booth with her backpack next to her. During the investigation, one of Michaela's friends had told police that Michaela usually carried a purse to school, not a backpack. This is a clear indication that she left her home that day with the intent to leave Yorkton. In the footage, Michaela can be seen turning every now and then, looking at the entrance. At 9:23 a.m., Michaela leaves the restaurant through one of its two exits.
Well, it looks like she definitely did want to go somewhere. Especially if she didn't bring a backpack to school every day.
Then returns to leave through the other exit.
Oh.
She enters the Tim Hortons / Wendy's at 9:49 a.m. while talking on her cell phone. Another call that police weren't able to trace in their investigation. This time around, she sat at a booth facing the door. After ending her call, she waited, sent messages, browsed her phone, and intermittently checked through the window. At 10:12 a.m., she texted her friend Shelby, "Hey, I need help." Over the next 30 minutes, Michaela is on and off her phone, during which time she texted Shelby again saying, "Never mind, I figured it out." In the same time frame, she left the restaurant again,
What is Rainbolt?
only to immediately return and sit in the same booth. At 10:39 a.m., footage shows her looking around during a call. 4 minutes later, she gets off the phone and approaches an older lady sitting at a nearby table. The police later discovered that Michaela had asked the lady for help with renting a hotel room. In fact, one of the key pieces to solving this mystery is understanding why Michaela was asking the lady for help. Unfortunately, the lady claimed she didn't know the reason. Whether Michaela needed the money for the room or just an adult to make the transaction, the lady refused. She didn't know where Michaela wanted to rent the room either. After asking the lady for help, Michaela returns to her booth, makes another call, and leaves the restaurant while talking on the phone. There is a gap of time where Michaela's whereabouts are unknown. About an hour later, Michaela sent Shelby a text. "I'll see you at lunch." At 11:59 a.m., Michaela had returned to Sacred Heart High School, where she met with two students, Ali Clarkson and Joanna Buckle. She told them that she was going to take a bus for a vacation to Regina. Police investigation reveals that she may have been carrying two phones at the time. Less than 5 minutes after meeting the two students, Michaela leaves the school.
Hey, we need to talk to Kevin Gates. He might know.
Michaela went to a bus depot after leaving Sacred Heart High School, where an employee remembered seeing her around noon. The employee said Michaela wanted to know what time the bus was leaving. She was told 5 p.m. and then decided to not buy a ticket. She was then spotted at a nearby restaurant called Trail Shop, where she purchased a meal. Unfortunately, there are not many cameras in this area, and her movements beyond this point are unknown. Nearly 4 hours later, at 3:40 p.m., Michaela's grandmother was waiting to pick her up from school. 20 minutes later, Michaela misses her violin rehearsal. Roughly another 4 hours later, Michaela is officially reported missing. By 7 a.m., her cell phone was off. Police have received many tips across the years. One of the tips was the Friday right after her disappearance at the local bus station. Many were hopeful that it would be Michaela, but it turned out to be somebody else. A few weeks later, Michaela's records were transferred to the General Investigation Section, or the GIS. This means that the investigation would be treated as a major offense. The officers of the GIS spent weeks watching camera footage, analyzing phone records, and going through the legal processes required to retrieve Michaela's social media data. To this day, there has been no activity on her social media, except for one occasion. A few months after her disappearance, a message she had been sent on Snapchat became opened, as if she had seen the message. On Reddit, a user claims that Snapchat causes messages to be opened if the person's account becomes deactivated. After 30 days, they become liable to be deleted. Once they are, they appear, as in the marker on the conversation shows, to have been opened, even if the recipient never in fact opens it. But just because 30 days have passed, doesn't mean the Snapchats will be deleted. It's kind of random. However, this doesn't seem plausible, since many
You
of her
brought a
social
viewer?
media accounts
Nice,
still
thanks,
existed
dude.
at the time, like Instagram. And apparently Snapchat doesn't delete inactive accounts. Her Instagram account included selfies and pictures of her school friends and siblings. However, according to CBC News, there was another Instagram account under her name with hundreds of followers but no photos. And the About Me section simply said, "Goodbye." If these accounts still exist, I couldn't find them. Less than 2 months before her disappearance, Michaela made a post on social media with a screenshot of her Snapchat profile saying, "Looking for Snapchat friends because I have none in real life. Add me. Please don't be a greasy fuck and send me gross ass nudes. Just looking for friend." Could it be possible that somebody contacted her that day and made plans to meet her the following month, in April? GIS officers investigated everyone in Michaela's social circle, including everyone she was known to be contacting on social media. Note that not all of her social media activity was recoverable, because some—
Hold on. I'm going to open my door 1 second. Actually, I have to pee. Give me 1 second. I'm back. I haven't been gone for hours. I was gone for literally like 1 minute peeing, bro. Been gone for hours is crazy.
Some websites don't hold user data for long periods of time, and the legal processes to acquire the records can take months. One of the people that GIS did investigate was Christopher, who we mentioned earlier. Liang, Michaela's friend, had mentioned that Christopher was going to visit Saskatchewan. But Liang wasn't the only person to mention him. Michaela's ex-boyfriend also told police that Christopher was visiting the province to see his mother in Saskatoon. Police searched Christopher's house. In their investigation, they found no evidence that Christopher was in Canada during the time Michaela went missing. CBC News also reached out, to which he had this to say: "All I can provide for you is that she suffered with self-harm a few years back. Back then, I was helping those who struggled, and I encouraged her to fight against self-harm and to look towards God." Police said there was no evidence to suggest that Michaela was suicidal at the time she went missing. However, the self-harm story was indeed corroborated by Michaela Bailey's description in the Interpol database, as found by one Reddit user. It says that Michaela has a fair amount of scars on her upper thigh from self-harm, side unknown. Michaela's friends pointed out to police another boy she had been contacting via social media, who goes by the name of Josh. However, they didn't know his last name.
He did it. Fuck ass Josh, bro. He's the one. He did it, bro. Get him in prison right now.
Police followed up, interviewing multiple people with the name Josh throughout their investigation, until they found a boy in Churchbridge who said that he knew her. The boy said they saw each other about once a week at a youth gathering. However, they hadn't spoken for a few years, and police said there was no indication that this Josh was involved in Michaela's disappearance. There was yet another man investigated by the police, a man who claimed to be Michaela's father. Michaela had told her friends that she didn't know who her father was, but that she wanted to meet him. The man who was interviewed by police, Rick Breet, said he was never contacted by Michaela, and he didn't think she knew his name. Michaela's mother, Paula, claims there is no evidence that Rick is Michaela's father. Despite the uncertainty, police searched Breet's house and even took DNA samples. They concluded that there was no evidence to suggest that Breet had anything to do with Michaela's disappearance. Breet even started posting online about Michaela's disappearance on his own behalf. At the bus depot, police interviewed an employee named Cheryl McDougall, who said Bali looked pretty normal for the kids who went there. About a week after the interview, McDougall contacted police with more information from a customer who remembered seeing Bali. Apparently, she was seen with a big guy carrying white bags. After putting out a sketch of a man described as having a tattoo of a cross with red flames on his left arm, someone came forward. However, the investigation concluded that he was simply holding the door for Bali, and that they were not together. After looking at all of the information regarding Michaela's case, police do not believe that she ever purchased a ticket or got into a bus leaving Yorkton. It's been several years now. Michaela's family runs pages all over social media with the hopes of finding her. Police have investigated over 600 tips throughout the years, including sightings as far as Scotland and Colombia. Among the other tips that the RCMP have received, a few stand out. In January of 2017, Michaela was believed to have been seen at an event at the Great Eagle Entertainment Center in Calgary. Considering the location has a casino, generally these places have excellent surveillance. However, police were unable to confirm if she was really there that day. The latest tip was in August of 2019 from a man in Edmonton who thought he met Michaela outside the High Run Club in Capilano. The man said that she was very sweet, kind, gentle, and naive. Sadly, the police could not confirm the validity of this tip. Looking at the locations of the sightings, if any of these are true, it would seem as if Michaela headed west after leaving Yorkton. In fact, the sightings are near locations that Michaela had discussed visiting, like Regina and Saskatoon. All of these locations are west of Yorkton, where she disappeared, including Calgary and Edmonton, the places that were reported to the authorities. Even with all of this information, it's still difficult coming up with a comprehensive scenario that could explain Michaela's disappearance. One thing does seem certain. Michaela wanted to leave that day. She had her backpack set up, she withdrew what money she had, and she hit the road. Whether or not she actually left or remains in Yorkton is uncertain. Whether or not she met with someone remains uncertain. It is precisely what happened to Michaela Bali after she left the bus depot that remains a mystery.
Wow, that was a great video. That was a really interesting video. It's a real shame, though, that she went missing and they never found her. But that's a really good video. the fact that somebody said in the comments, the pattern of her walking in the restaurant definitely suggests she was being instructed. Huh. Never trust anyone that asks you to download Kick. That is such a valid concern. It's also crazy that it takes them 10 months to get access to somebody's Instagram account who's fucking missing, bro. You know what I mean? Can you download Kick real quick? There's something I want to show you. Fuck, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, I got you. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me tonight. That is it for me tonight. I am out of here. I am out of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. As I said, I love y'all. It is such a pleasure to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I will see you guys soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Take care. Bye-bye.